he can't bench as much as me, right? Girls don't want a guy who's always in the gym, who's always eating tuna, cream, and rice. It's just a turn off. That's common sense. How many times do you see a jack guy pull up to an event in a Nissan Altima? You're too much for a girl. You look too good and the standard is too high. You look better than most of the girls, but who cares when you have a fully functional business, a six-pack when you come out, and you have a hot white girl pops out with you? Then it's like, oh shit, I'm not afraid of the work. You gym bros are afraid. That's the truth of it. You guys have the biggest bodies, but as soon as you see a girl, you fucking run. What is going on, y'all? Wavy Drew. I'm back with another video. And before I get into the topic, make sure you guys like, comment, and subscribe. Click the link in the description so we can set up a path for you to become an undeniable man. While we're at it, this is my social media handle. This is the same social media use for all of my social media accounts, so y'all check that out. Guys, how are we doing today, man? How is everything going with y'all? Me, I'm doing great. Just finished another early morning workout. I decided to go to a different gym. I think this is what, Curl Fitness? Yeah, it's Curl Fitness. I don't have my chain on me. So I'm going to make this video quick today because I found out that I need to make my videos shorter. They need to be like 14 to 20 minutes. I don't make the rules. That's just what it's supposed to be. So I'm going to make my videos a little shorter. So I'm going to work on it. Bear with me. I just have so much game. I can go on and on and on and on about so many topics because I feel like I have so much to teach y'all. But I'm going to keep my videos shorter. If you guys like the longer form content, then let me know, and I will make them longer. Without further ado, I'm gonna get into the topic. Guys, today I found myself hating. Started in the morning, right? I was driving to the gym and it was hella early in the morning. You know, you're just still sleepy, it's still dark outside. And as I was making a right turn, I'm turning into the gym and I almost hit this girl, right? And I'm just like, what the fuck are you doing walking at 5 in the morning? So I drive in the gym, I park, whatever. I'm about to start working out, taking my pre-workout. And I noticed the girl, she walks in front of me again at the gym. And I'm like, okay, I have to tell this girl something. So I walk up to her, you know, I make a joke saying I almost hit you and then I almost hit you again. You know what I mean? So I'm like, you need to watch where you're going. And she's like, no, you need to watch where you're. Anyways, so as I'm working out, I noticed that she starts talking to one of the trainers there. And 10 minutes go by, 20 minutes go by, 30 minutes go by. And I'm sitting here thinking like, are you guys gonna work out? Like, are you actually here to work out? I always see people in the gym and they just talk and they talk and they talk and they never get any work done. It's like, no wonder why I look better than the trainer. No wonder why I look better than the girl. You see, that's what I'm saying. I keep hating. I keep hating and I keep catching myself hating, right? And it's because I have this mindset of work, 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 work. And there's nothing wrong with this mindset. But I want you guys to remember the saying, the phrase that I always use. Who cares if you have a Lambo if you never take it out the driveway? So I'm going to give you guys ways to use your Lambo and stop hating. So as I'm staring at them, I'm sitting there realizing, oh my gosh, I am that guy now. I became that guy to where it's just work, 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 work. And I'm hating on the guy who's shooting his shot. Why am I hating on someone when I do the exact same thing? Remember the phrase, what's the point of having a Lamborghini if it never comes out of the driveway? So he's just using his Lamborghini to his advantage. I have a nice physique. This is my gym. I work here. I'm going to chat it up with this girl. And there's nothing wrong with that. I just found myself thinking like those guys who just work, 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 and they never do anything, right? They just have a nice physique, they eat, they go to sleep, and then they wake up, and they never achieved anything in life besides a good body. They've never done anything. They're going to pass away knowing that they just had abs. Like, congratulations. Nobody cares about that. Girls don't care about that. So that's where we're going into the topic. Less gym, more female attention. Unless you're trying to be a model, unless you're trying to get paid for looking good like I am, then there's no need to make your whole account about a gym membership. When I had Hinge, I used to experiment. I used to post all gym photos, right? I got no likes. I did get likes, but it was from like overweight women, and that's because of two reasons. The first reason, right, is because you're too much for a girl. You look too good and the standard is too high. You look better than most of the girls. The second reason is that it looks boring. So you do nothing but go to the gym, which is just a building with 4 walls around it, and then you go home every day. No girl wants to be invited into that world. Why would somebody want to be invited into that world? It's just boring. So what I did is I did 3 and 3. I did 3 photos of me at the gym with my body. I did 3 photos photos of me on a vacation, enjoying myself, flexing some type of lifestyle, traveling, this and that. My likes were through the roof, and it was from all baddies. So that just goes to show that women don't just want a guy who's always in the gym. So don't make your whole persona about the gym. Unless you're a bodybuilder, unless you're getting paid for this, do not make your persona all about the gym. You're fucking up the chances for you, right? Girls don't want a guy who's always in the gym, who's always eating tuna and cream and rice. It's just a turn off. That's common sense. Throw some other photos in there. A subtle gym picture, every now and then, but you don't need to overdo it. Maybe have a picture of you on your Instagram. Please do not overdo it. Girls don't want a full gym bro. They don't want a guy who just lives and breathes and sleeps and eats the gym, because there's nothing more to him. There's nothing more to him. If all you do all the time is you're on the phone and you're speaking to your friends and you're having conversations, and the conversation is about protein, the conversation is about what workout and what lift is the most optimal, bro, that's boring. Girls don't want to be that. Girls just want to have fun, to have a thirst for life. And if that's all you talk about, shit, it's not even about girls. I'm going to be bored being your friend. If all you do all day long is just lift weights and there's nothing more to you, it's bland. You're spending 3 to 4 hours at the gym. You should be spending 1 hour at the gym max, right? Unless you're somebody like me, okay, 2 hours, understandable. This is my living. It makes a little more sense. But even then, I want to be more than just the gym. You should be spending 1 hour and 30 minutes max at the gym. And then you should be going home and working on your business, making some type of money, setting yourself up for success in all realms. In all realms. How many times do you see a jack guy pull up to an event in a Nissan Altima? Like me. So it's like, who cares? You don't have anything else going for you. You don't even know how to talk to a girl. You should be spending other time on other things, right? Instead of spending 4 hours at the fucking gym, 1 hour, 30 minutes at the gym, right? 30 minutes cleaning, getting yourself ready, doing your skincare, another hour on your business, and then another hour practicing and actually talking to females. You could have progressed so much more in other areas, but instead you decided to go to the gym for 3 or 4 hours. What is wrong with you? Like, you're literally spending too much time in the gym and not enough time flirting. That guy in the gym spent the whole hour flirting with the girl. Now, do I recommend doing that? No. I always think that it's better to do a push and pull. You go up to her, you give her a lot of attention, you let her know that you're interested, you have a conversation, and then you walk away. That'll give her more respect for you. He's probably not smashing that. There's high chance he's not smacking that, unless he's really doing this every day, and eventually she'll probably let him hit. But that's not the way to talk to a girl. You should be at the gym, but you should also be talking to girls. You should also be talking to other guys, networking, spreading business, spreading knowledge, just having other information. Just doing other things besides fucking counting your macros and curling. And this is coming from a guy who actually works out 3 hours a day. This is coming from a guy whose whole business is around self-improvement. This is coming from a gym bro. I'm more of a gym bro than your favorite gym bro. I promise you. At what point is the work overlapping the other joys of life? At what point is the work getting in the way? At what point are you overworking? Let's blow it out of proportion. If I was working out 24 hours a day and I had the best physique in the entire world, but I never did anything with it, who gives a fuck? I never posted it. I never made any money off of it. I never pulled any females off of it. I never lived an amazing life off of it. I never showed other men and influenced other men how to improve on their physique and become a better person overall. I never did anything. So who cares? You have the greatest physique ever. Nobody knows who you are. You can't even get the girl you want and the life you want. You can't even have the girl you want to have kids with and to spread your legacy and make better versions of yourself. You can't even improve your lifestyle. You can't retire your mom. You can't take care of your brother. You can't help your dad with the bills. You can't do anything. You're just a jack gym bro. Who cares about your fucking second place trophy? Your body. Who cares? Great. This should just be an addition. This should not be your whole lifestyle. This should just be something that you claim to effortlessly do. I effortlessly am buff. I effortlessly have a six-pack. It's whatever. What more is there to you? If all you are is a gym bro, it's boring. Nobody gives a fuck. Nobody cares. It's impressive when you take off your shirt. Ooh, they'll ask questions. Cool. Dope. That's fire. But nobody cares when you go home and you have nothing. You need to be a man that ticks off all the boxes, and you can. The reason that I'm so passionate, the reason that I'm so mad right now is because you can. You have the greatest startup. You have the easiest chance. You're like 50 to 75% there already. But instead of graduating high school, you decided to drop out senior year. That's why it's making me so mad, because you're such an idiot. You're so stupid. You have all the disciplines. You have the body. You can have the respect. You can have the girls. You can have everything. All you need to do is walk through that door, and you decide not to. You decide not to because you think this is good enough. You think junior year of education is good enough. You think you're fine. This is fine. I have a nice physique. He can't bench as much as me. Oh my gosh, bro. It's like this. It's like, and I love BMWs, right? It's like you have an M4 or you have the base model BMW, right? You're only going to attract men. Men are only going to care about your M4. That girl is not going to know the difference. When you pull up to the family function, nobody's really going to care. They're not going to give a fuck if you have an M4 or a base model. Some guys might care. Some guys might give a fuck. But who cares when you have a fully functional business and you have a six-pack when you come out and you have a hot white girl who pops out with you? Then it's like, oh shit, you're that fucking guy. Fuck. What do you, bro, take my money. Bro, what's your fucking number? I need to ask you some questions. I need help. How are you? And you have clout and you have charisma. Bro, get out of the gym and start focusing and putting those efforts into something else. Dude, it's already very different if you're doing it right. It's so difficult to get up and work out. If you're doing it right, you're doing it right. Use that effort, use that energy, use those disciplines, use those traits in other areas. You need to, as a man, you need to succeed in all areas. You need to check off all the boxes. You need to have personality. You need to have clout. You need to have finances, and you have to have a nice body. And by the time this video posts, there might be a fifth thing that you need to have as a guy that society has added to the list. But fuck it. If there's 5, we'll get 5. If there's 6, we'll get 6. I'm not afraid of the work. You guys, you gym bros are afraid. That's the truth of it. You guys are afraid. You guys have the biggest bodies, but as soon as you see a girl, you fucking run. You coward. That's the truth of it. And I hate to say it because I was the same way. So actually, I don't hate to say it, because if I figured it out, you can. Because you're one step away. You're one step away. But you stopped because you were afraid that it might work. You were afraid that she might like you. You are afraid that you are good enough. You are afraid because you put in all this work. You're afraid because you put in all this work compared to your friend who's never been to the gym before. You are afraid that bitch is going to turn you down because now it's embarrassing. Because you put in all that work, now it would be embarrassing. Now it would look like you wasted your time. Well, I'm here to tell you right now, you did fucking waste your time. You wasted all that time. You spent too much time in the gym and not enough time on other things. And not enough time on other things. And this isn't even just about the gym. You guys spent too much time on your business, you computer nerd, and now you have no body. You spent too much time on your charisma and your personality and your my character, and now you don't have a six-pack and you don't have a business. It's like the same thing. You guys have to be equally yoked or it won't matter. That's really the whole point of the video. It's not even necessarily specifically, it is, but it's not about the gym. It's about being equally yoked. You have to try in all platforms. You have to check off all boxes. You can't spend so much time on one box. But I'm here to tell you right now, as I'm on my journey, as I'm filling up each glass equally, that it's possible. But you have to start now. When was the best time to start? It was yesterday. When is the best time to start? It's right now. If you're lost and you didn't even know where to go, you haven't even started your journey, okay. Let's get on the path of undeniability. Click the link in the description and set up a consultation call to see if you even qualify. And from there, we can set up a path that will change your life. And we will get you going in a trajectory that will change your life, man. Let's get on it because you're wasting time right now. Self-made Drew. I'm out.